Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for the full moon chart in May, which is going to be a full moon in Scorpio, and it's occurring on May 18th at 5:11 p.m. Eastern Time. Times will vary. It's a full moon in Scorpio, so it's actually, and there's a grand trine in water, loose grand trine, but it's there. It's with Neptune and the North Node in Cancer. So this is a very feminine energy. This is a very inward and intuitive energy. Scorpio, a full moon always shines a light or illuminates or makes more of or makes brighter wherever it's coming in. And it's coming in Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't like that. You know, Scorpio likes to have their secrets. Scorpio isn't somebody who's like that. Like usually wants to attract a lot of attention. Scorpios like to move around in the background undetected and unnoted. And a lot of what goes on in the Scorpio energy is very deep and very, you know, not out in the public a lot. It's kind of the 12th house, but it's trying the Neptune in the 12th. But the 8th house also, well, it's taxes. Let's just look at it from a strictly astrology. It's taxes, it's other people's money, it's sex, it's money from a partnership, it's death, it's the house of death. Its ruler is Pluto, and Pluto's still involved in this whole thing up here, this whole big, what's a conjunction, but it's a stellium, that's the word I was looking for, a stellium. By the way, if you've never seen my forecast, it's going to start out a lot of astrology, that's just my way of like getting into it. So if you're like, oh man, this is just too much astrology, just hang in there because it gets more and more psychic as we move along here. Okay, so then the Scorpio energy, though, it could be really, the Pluto, which is the ruler of the Scorpio energy, can be very disruptive. These are these aha moments. These are these big shocks. It does rule death. So it's death and rebirth. And the full moon can make you aware of it. It could bring it to light. It could bring about awareness. It could bring it to, you know, shine a light on some of these deep, dark things of the Scorpio and Pluto nature and energy. But there's also like secrets just comes to the forefront for me. Like secrets be revealed. What's that song? My secrets are revealed. You are a magnet and I am steel. You know, that's a thing about Scorpio energy too. Because they rule sexuality and all that. But it's smoldering sexuality. You know, Scorpio can just draw you in with a look. You know, there's something about, I used to, pardon my French, but I used to call them come fuck me eyes, you know. That's totally, the Scorpio can just look at you like that, and it's just like, yeah. You know, you feel it through your whole body. So there is that, too. So the magnet and steel, there could be this major attraction that has this underlying, you know, scorpionic tone or vibe to it, which, again, is this mystery. It's mysterious. It's deep. It's deep. It can be kind of dark. It can be deep, dark, and mysterious. The Scorpio energy, as always, is there's three vibes of it. There is the scorpion itself, which is actually the lowest form. It's the stinging, the nasty, the mean. And then there's the gray lizard, which is kind of in between, kind of floating in between two worlds. And then the ultimate expression of the Scorpio nature and the Scorpio energy is the eagle. And the eagle soars, and the eagle soars above everything. So Scorpio energy can soar to great heights, but there's a lot of stuff there. And it's the phoenix as well. So in order to soar to great heights, you have to burn off all that other stuff. You have to get rid of it, you have to purge it, you have to work through it. You know, it's just grand trine in water with the Neptune and the North Node in Cancer. This is really powerful. This is what's really standing out to me in this chart, even though it's a pretty wide orb here. The North Node and Neptune are direct. They're right there, exact, I should say, 18 degrees. And then this is, you know, 9 degrees out of that. But there is something about the feminine energy, the feminine mystique I'm hearing. You know, what comes to mind is the High Priestess card in the tarot. You know, she's got the veil of the mystery, but yet she knows all. Scorpios know a lot. That's another thing. The Scorpio energy, like, they know a lot. And they don't have to go blabbing it all over town. It's just like a deep knowing. It's a deep underlying sensing, feeling, intensity. You know, there's this mystery and allure surrounding. That's the vibe that I'm really getting. And seeing the High Priestess hiding with, not hiding behind her veil. Just hiding is the wrong word. But the veil is like a protection or a shield or a barrier, so that those intense eyes don't come through and tell all. You know, they like to hold a little back. They know a lot, but they don't tell a lot. If you ever wanted somebody that you have to tell a secret to and that you could trust and not to blab it, Scorpio, it's in the vault, baby. They won't tell. It's also this also configuration reminds me of Mother, Maiden, and Crone, you know. But I don't know who would be who. You would think that the Pisces would be the Crone because of the 12th house, but I almost feel like the Scorpio is more of it, can be the Crone energy. And Crone energy is super powerful, man. And Crone is the wise woman. That's what the Crone is. It's just the, you know, the patriarchy made it into the old crone who was, you know, this haggity, mean, whatever. No. The crone is the wise woman. And Pisces and Scorpio, would definitely be the mother portion of it, of the maiden mother crone. The Cancer energy. That's the mother. That's the nurturing. That's the caring. She's got Juno coming in for a conjunction here. And Juno is Juno is the queen of the gods. So I'm hearing like treat yourself like a queen or a king. Appreciate others and appreciate yourself as well. Trying the Neptune, that just adds to this mysterious, spiritual, crazy, secretive thing, you know. Dreams are going to be can be very prevalent around this time. Everybody should be writing down those dreams. If you want to do some dream work, you might want to ask a question and then ask for a dream about it. Ask before you go to sleep. You may get a full-blown dream that is exactly what you're asking about. You may get a dream that seems like it has nothing to do with anything, but write it down anyway because it probably does. And you may not be able to just, you know, figure it out right this minute. Or C, you could just wake up and know what to do. Just feel like, okay, I know what to do. Like your decision is made, or feel better about it in some way, because you could be getting information so deep, so psychic, so intuitive that it's not even connecting to your conscious mind directly, but your conscious mind you'll just have this feeling of, I feel better now, I think everything's going to be all right, or I know that this is the right decision, or I know that this is the direction that I need to go in. The other thing is that it is sextiling Pluto. So it's sextiling Pluto, 27 and 23 degrees, and Pluto again is the ruler of Scorpio, so it's sextiling its rulership. So it does draw us into this thing. I mean, I've talked a lot about this. This is definitely the patriarchy. This is the powers that be, the corporations, the man. This is the man. What's that? Dun, 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 man. Dun, dun, dun. There's some song that's coming in. So if you've never seen my videos before, I'm not just sitting here trying to remember a song. That's the way my guides communicate with me. A lot of times they'll give me a song, and there is meaning in the song title, or we'll look up lyrics occasionally. The man with the plan. Da, 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 da. I know it's not a lot to go on. That's this connection. That's this, you know, it's like a vague connection. I try to pull it in, but I'm not getting any. Oh, man with the plan is what I'm kind of getting. I think it's the man with the plan. Da, 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 da. I mean, if that sparks anybody's memory and you can remember what song I'm talking about, then leave it in the comment below. But that's as far as I can get with it. I can't pull it in further. It may just be, sometimes I think it's that I just never knew that song that well in the first place. That's why I can't, you know, grab it. And the way I'm saying that it sounds rap, but I believe what I'm pulling in or thinking of is predates rap by a long time. But it kind of would be, you know, it's got that rap kind of rhythm, you know. But whatever. I don't know why we got off on that, but this is that energy. You know, the man. You know, I'm not going to do what the man said. Now I'm going a completely other direction with the music, and I'm hearing, don't you listen to what the man says. That's Paul McCartney, and he says, what does he say? Do, do, do? He says, da, 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 da. We're going to have to look up that one real quick. That's not the name of the song, but to what the man said. I think it's Paul McCartney and Wings. Oh, it is called Listen to What the Man Said. I thought it had a different title. Yeah, this is it, totally. Oh, yes, indeed, we know. Anytime, any day, you can hear what the people say, that love is blind. Well, I don't know, but I say love is kind. Let's just take that little sentence right there, that little paragraph right there, the verse. Yeah, because the blind, that's that intent, that's that energy of, you know, all this mysterious thing, you know, and the other side of that, Neptune and elusive and mysterious, can be misconception. It can totally be like love is blind, or rose-colored glasses, or being, you know, you don't see things for what they really are. You're too much in that other realm, or too much in the dream or the fantasy. Well, I don't know, but I say love is kind. Yeah, that would be the way to turn it around and go with it in another direction. Okay, then do-do-do. Soldier boy kisses girl, leaves behind a tragic world. But he won't mind, he's in love, and he says love is fine. Yeah, and love is fine. Love can be fine. That's the expression of Neptune through Pisces. Neptune through Pisces is it. That's the ultimate expression of love, you know. Okay. Oh, yes, indeed, we know that people will find a way to go no matter what the man says. Oh, I like that. Oh, I get chills all over. Wow. I'm still getting them. That was the line that they wanted me to say. People will find a way to go no matter what the man says. I mean, we could go through this whole song, but it seems like, yeah, it's kind of long. I want to go back to the chart, though. We could read the rest. I'll read it real quick. And love is fine for all we know. For all we know, our love will grow. That is what the man said. Okay. No, that's pretty much it. So, and people will find a way to go no matter what the man says. That's it. That's it right there. Because the man is saying, you will do this, you will do that. But people will find a way to go. People will find a way, and it's about love and coming together. And this Grand Trine in Water isn't about, we're staging a revolt and we're going to kill the man or, you know, storm the Bastille. No, no, no. This is about love, you know. This is it at its highest expression. All of this is about love. It's about feminine. It's about nurturing. So that's another way to approach things, and that's maybe a more powerful way. Certainly, at the time of the Scorpio moon, it's more powerful. Now, don't get me wrong. Scorpios, yeah, they can kick ass and take names for sure, you know. And the stinging Scorpio. Nobody wants to mess with them. I mean, so there is that other side of it that could be, could get real into that, you know. But that's not where the power lies. The power lies in this Grand Trine. This power lies in the Divine Feminine. That's where the power lies. That's where the people go, no matter what the man says. Okay. One thing I want to look at too is we've got this whole thing. We've got a Mercury conjunct the Sun and a Venus conjunct Uranus, all in the Taurus energy. So this is real powerful Taurus expression, although it's like Venus is its own ruler again. We've got Venus in Taurus. It's conjunct Uranus, so it's behaving erratically. You know, it's behaving erratically. It's behaving weird and differently. There could be a surprise love, for sure. If some of you are looking for love, since this seems to be kind of like like this whole theme of this whole thing. There could be some kind of surprise meeting, surprise love. In Taurus, like this is just bringing it real down to the mundane. In the Taurus vibration, it could be at a garden center, it could be at a bank, it could be, what else is at a park or something. So, to a grocery store, food for sure. Mercury and Sun could be just like out when you're just doing your regular old things, your regular old errands and stuff, you know, in your neighborhood or whatever. Mercury conjunct Sun, though, on another level here. This is a great time to really speak, articulate, be creative. Any writers or singers or lyricists out there or musicians, because Taurus is music. You know, Venus is music, and then we have the Libra and the Taurian. Venus rules Taurus and Venus rules Libra. So it expresses, Venus expresses through Taurus and expresses through Libra in kind of different ways. And I always feel like the musical is the Venus and Taurus expression. Everybody I know who's been like a really good musician always has some kind of major Taurus thing going on. So, especially singers. Even people who aren't musical, Taurians have those great voices. They just have those great voices that are just so, I don't know, they just, I love, Taurus voice is very pleasing and pleasant, and it's not shrilly or harsh, you know, it's got a low, you know, resonance, a low smoothness to it. So I always associate the Venus expressing itself through Taurus as more of the musical side of it. So people who even aren't musicians, I was saying about the voice, their voice has a musical tone to it, or a pleasing, an audible pleasingness, I guess. Is pleasingly audible? I don't know. Sounds good. It sounds really nice and good, okay? Okay, so that's going to be really emphasized here too with the Mercury and Taurus. Singing, talking, short distance trips, doing with Taurus things, picnicking, camping, stuff like that, getting back to the land and setting your soul free, stuff like that. So that's going to be also real, real powerful and positive at this time. That's also opposing the moon here. Yeah. You could get answers under the moonlight. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like camping out under the stars, or even just going out and being in nature, and then waiting for the stars to come out in the night. Because the Scorpio is the night. You know, it's definitely the night. Yeah, it's the one that's dark out, and you know, it's all things dark. It can be, you know. But some real epiphanies could be had. You could get messages. And the message might be a lot of different ways. What just came to me too, if you're doing some kind of correspondence, send it out at night. If you, like an email, like if you're corresponding something probably that would have to do with career, you know, money or job or, you know, finances with the Taurus energy, send it out at night. That just came through real clear. Don't send it out first thing in the morning. Do it at night. It's going to have more power at night. Okay, what else is, I think that's about it. I mean, we've talked a lot about this. We've got the Jupiter here approaching that galactic center, but it's in retrograde right now. The Jupiter's up in those degrees too. We've got 23, 22, 27, 24. So if you have planets in those spaces there, then that's going to be, your chart is really getting activated. If you want to, I have a bunch of readings available right now. I mean, I have the charts that are, the astrology charts that are very reasonable and very thorough and in depth. But I do the past life readings with your charts and the soul's journey, what's your soul mission, looking at the nodes and a few other key points. And it's definitely a psychic thing that I tune into some specific past lives for you. I'm also offering the summer solstice reading, where I look at your chart and the summer solstice together, and it's a predictive reading for the upcoming season. Another thing that I do offer is I just started is a Gumroad page. I'm going to be putting a few pay-per-view videos up. Now I have the weekly astrology and tarot readings that I offered for my Patreons, and if you'd like to become a Patreon person, you can find that below. But if you just want to look at one of those videos, one of those weekly videos, they're free to all Patreons. You can order them each, one by one. And I put this week's up, and there'll be a link below, the pay-per-view content, which is Gumroad, will take you right there. And for a very small fee, you can view the week ahead of tarot and astrology. Yeah, but this is really cool. This is some nice energy if we can get into it. If this is the way, love will find a way no matter what the man says, you know. So we still have the, you know, the Aries energy squaring all this. Another thing is this Taurus energy down here is trining all this. So it's reinforcing the message of the trine is the way. Trine is harmonious. Trine is not fighting, not putting up a battle, not going into battle. It's being harmonious. It's being going with the flow. It's working in conjunction and cooperate. It's cooperation. That's what I was trying to get. It's being cooperative. It's co-ops. It's cooperatives. It's working with together in harmony. That's love will find a way no matter what the man says. That is so strong. That is the message for this full moon in Scorpio. So yeah, the man's still here doing his thing and barking out his yeah, and they're nah. And we're gonna control and dominate and rule you, and we're gonna scare you. We're gonna use fear to scare you into submission, and we want to rule over you and dominate the world. Love will find a way no matter what the man says, okay? This could also be about, like, unplugging. That's what they're just showing me. You don't hear this stuff unless you're watching TV or on social media. That's when you hear all this fear-mongering, not barking. I'm hearing bark at the moon. So, that's an Ozzy tune, right? Bark at the moon. Yeah. I'm not going to look up the lyrics to Bark at the Moon. I think that's just it. If you want to look it up, and if you do look up any song lyrics or songs, don't paste a link to the song because YouTube automatically counts that as spam, and I don't always check that spam folder. So just copy the lyrics and paste them if anybody feels like doing anything like that in the comments. Okay, so yeah, I think it's about unplugging too. I think it's about unplugging, getting away. Taking that love finding a way, and you know, no matter what, if you're not listening, I mean, we got to listen to a point, but there also needs to be a time to unplug and go out and look at the stars and get out in Taurus energy, get out in nature and go look at the stars and make a wish upon a star. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. Okay, I think that's a good place to stop. Alright everybody, thanks so much for tuning in by purchasing my wares and donating and all that stuff. Keeps these videos free all the time on YouTube. I post usually weekly free ones here. There'll be some additional pay-per-view or Patreon. You save more by being a Patreon. You get access to everything, but if you want to pick and choose, I'm going to start putting those weeklies up on the Gumroad. So please check that out below. If you want to hit subscribe, it's down here. So thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great full moon in Scorpio. And remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.